Figures of speech are the secret spices that add flavor to our language. Take metaphors, for instance. They transform the mundane into the extraordinary, like saying, "Time is a thief." Suddenly, we feel the urgency of lost moments. Then there's simile, which uses like or as to create vivid comparisons. Saying someone is as brave as a lion paints a picture of courage that resonates deeply. Personification breathes life into the inanimate, making the wind whisper secrets or the stars twinkle with joy. Hyperbole, on the other hand, exaggerates for effect, like claiming you could sleep for 1,000 years. It's not just about being dramatic, it's about making a point that sticks. All these figures of speech enrich our communication, making it more relatable and engaging. They invite us to see the world through a more colorful lens, transforming ordinary conversations into memorable exchanges. Figures of speech are words or phrases used to convey meaning beyond the literal interpretation. Some common types include metaphor, simile, personification, hyperbole, alliteration, onomatopoeia, idiom, imagery. Figures of speech add depth, emotion, and creativity to language, making communication more engaging and expressive. Would you like examples or specific types? Metaphors are the secret sauce of language, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. Imagine saying, "Time is a thief." Suddenly, time isn't just a ticking clock. It's a sneaky bandit, stealing moments from our lives. This figure of speech paints vivid images in our minds, allowing us to grasp complex ideas with ease. When Shakespeare wrote, "All the world's a stage," he didn't just mean we're actors. He revealed the roles we play in life's grand performance. Metaphors bridge the gap between the abstract and the tangible, making emotions relatable. They invite us to see the world through a different lens, turning ordinary experiences into profound insights. So, the next time you hear a metaphor, pause and appreciate the layers of meaning it unveils. It's not just words, it's a doorway to deeper understanding. A metaphor is a figure of speech that directly compares two unlike things without using like or as. It states that one thing is another thing, to illustrate a connection or similarity. Examples: he is a lion on the battlefield. Comparing a person to a lion to convey bravery. Life is a journey. Comparing life to a journey to convey progression. The city is a jungle. Comparing a city to a jungle to convey danger or competitiveness. Metaphors help create vivid and evocative language, making descriptions more engaging and memorable. Similes are like the secret sauce of language, adding flavor and depth to our expressions. They compare two different things using like or as, creating vivid imagery that sparks our imagination. For instance, saying someone runs like the wind instantly conjures a picture of speed and grace. It's not just about making things sound pretty. Similes help us understand complex emotions and ideas. When I say, "Her smile was as bright as the sun," I'm not just describing a smile. I'm evoking warmth and joy. Similes can transform the mundane into the extraordinary, making our words dance off the page. They invite listeners into a world where comparisons breathe life into our thoughts, making every conversation a little more colorful. So, the next time you want to express something uniquely, think of a simile. It might just a simile is a figure of speech that compares two unlike things using like or as to make the comparison. Examples. He runs like a cheetah. She sings as sweetly as a bird. He's as strong as an ox. Similes help create vivid and relatable descriptions, making language more engaging and expressive. I am the whispering wind, dancing through the trees, carrying secrets from one leaf to another. I breathe life into the world around me, transforming the mundane into the magical. When the sun rises, I stretch across the sky, painting it with hues of orange and pink, as if to say, "Awaken, beauty awaits." I am the restless ocean, crashing against the shore, my waves telling tales of distant lands and hidden treasures. Each ripple is a heartbeat, each tide a reminder of the pull of the moon. I am the old oak tree, standing tall and wise, my branches reaching out like arms, embracing the seasons. I shelter the birds and cradle the nests, offering a home to those in need. Through personification, I invite you to see the world through my eyes, to feel the pulse of nature, and to understand that everything around you has a story to tell. Personification is a figure of speech that attributes human qualities, emotions, or actions to non-human entities such as objects, animals, or ideas. Examples. The sun smiled down on us. The wind whispered secrets in my ear. The city streets pulsed with energy. Personification helps create vivid imagery, adds depth and emotion to writing, and can make complex ideas more relatable. Hyperbole is like the superhero of language, swooping in to exaggerate and amplify our expressions. Imagine saying, "I'm so hungry I could eat a horse." Clearly, I'm not about to devour a whole animal, but that's the beauty of hyperbole. It paints a vivid picture of my hunger. It's not just for fun. It's a powerful tool in storytelling and everyday conversation. Think about it. When someone says, "I've told you 1,000,000 times," they're not counting. They're emphasizing frustration. Hyperbole adds drama and flair, making our words memorable. It's the spice that turns a bland statement into a feast of imagery. So next time you want to make a point, don't shy away from a little exaggeration. Embrace the hyperbole. Hyperbole is a figure of speech that involves an exaggeration used for emphasis or effect. Examples. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole elephant. This backpack weighs a ton. I've told you 1,000,000 times. Hyperbole adds emphasis, humor, or drama to language, making communication more engaging and memorable. Alliteration is a delightful device that dances through language, creating rhythm and resonance. It's the repetition of initial consonant sounds in a series of words, and it's everywhere. Think of classic tongue twisters like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Each P pops with playful precision, making it memorable and fun. Writers use alliteration to add flair to their phrases, enhancing poetry and prose alike. It can evoke emotions, set a tone, or simply make a sentence sing. Consider the phrase whispering winds. It conjures a serene image, doesn't it? Alliteration isn't just for poets, it's in brand names too. Coca-Cola, Best Buy, and Dunkin' Donuts all use this technique to create catchy, memorable identities. So, next time you read or write, pay attention to those playful sounds. Alliteration can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Alliteration is a literary device in which words that are close together in a sentence or phrase start with the same sound. Examples: Sally sells seashells by the seashore, repeating the S sound. Fluffy felines frolic in the field, repeating the F sound. Busy bees buzzed around the blooms, repeating the B sound. Alliteration adds rhythm, musicality, and emphasis to language, making it more engaging, memorable, and fun to read or recite. Idioms are fascinating little phrases that add color and depth to our language. Take kick the bucket, for example. It sounds like a soccer game gone wrong, but it actually means to die. Then there's spill the beans, which has nothing to do with cooking. It means to reveal a secret. These expressions often have origins that are just as intriguing. Bite the bullet comes from the days when soldiers had to endure surgery without anesthesia. Idioms can make conversations more vivid and relatable, but they can also confuse non-native speakers. Imagine someone trying to understand raining cats and dogs literally. So, the next time you hear an idiom, think about the story behind it. It's like a little treasure chest of culture and history waiting to be explored. An idiom is a phrase or expression that has a figurative meaning that's different from the literal meaning of the individual words. Examples: break a leg, meaning good luck. Bite off more than you can chew, meaning take on more responsibility than you can handle. Cost an arm and a leg, meaning be very expensive. Idioms add flavor, nuance, and cultural context to language, making communication more interesting and expressive. Imagery is the art of painting pictures with words. It's the way a writer can transport you to a sun-drenched beach or a shadowy forest with just a few carefully chosen phrases. Think about the smell of fresh rain on dry earth, or the sound of leaves crunching underfoot in autumn. These sensory details create vivid mental images that resonate deeply. When I read a novel, I don't just see the characters, I feel their joy, their sorrow, and their struggles. Imagery engages our senses, making the experience immersive. It's not just about what we see, it's about what we hear, taste, touch, and smell. Great imagery can evoke emotions, spark memories, and even inspire action. It's the difference between simply reading a story and living it. So the next time you pick up a book or watch a film, pay attention to the imagery. Let it draw you in and ignite your imagination. Imagery is a literary device that uses vivid and descriptive language to create mental images or sensory experiences for the reader or listener. Examples. The golden sunset melted into the horizon. The aroma of freshly baked cookies wafted through the air. The sound of waves crashing against the shore was soothing. Imagery helps readers or listeners visualize scenes and settings, experience emotions and sensations, connect with the narrative or message. It makes language more engaging, immersive, and memorable.